at you all the way from our dorm rooms to your conference rooms. Sabah and Dan team in here are two college students who are ready to talk to you guys about business and lifestyle from our personal experiences.
Each week we'll discuss about our lifestyle as college students as well as our tips and strategies starting in the business field. We'll bring on successful entrepreneurs in the millennial generation to share with us their journey and how they got started and where they're at now.
Our goal is to help you students, millennials, and entrepreneurs gain inspirational advice via our spontaneous conversations and meaningful guidance. Let's dive on in.
Guys, it's that time of week again. It's Wednesday, and we're here at Dorm Rooms and Conference Rooms. It's episode 43, and today we're talking about something that's near and dear to our hearts. But to get us going, Sabah, how are you doing?
I am doing great. I'm super excited about this topic just because it relates to both of us and a lot of our listeners here today.
Yeah, guys, we're talking about entrepreneurship, and especially being an entrepreneur while in college. It's a struggle. It's something that a lot of people don't do. And actually, I'm going to get us going right away with my quote that I have for us. Entrepreneurship is living a few years of your life like most people won't, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can't. And we don't know who that's actually by. It doesn't really have a name to it. But guys, really, that's so true. In college, so many people are worried about partying, going out to the bars, hanging out with friends and things like that. But if you spend those 4 years of college just working towards entrepreneurship or something like that, or working on your business, as soon as you get out of college, you have your life set, guys. You really do. And, it's been a struggle here for the last year. I've been kind of getting this entrepreneurship game, and I've really seen differences in who I am and what I've been doing compared to my friends. But to start us out, guys, Sabah, how has entrepreneurship affected you while in college?
So I know it's affected me like a lot. I know I really started doing this whole entrepreneurship route and like working with branding, meeting you, Dan, when I was the beginning year of my sophomore year in college. So I know I saw such a change when I was like a freshman until like now. So I remember before I just had really bad even like time management habits. All I would do was just do my homework, could just go to class, and then the rest of the time I would just hang out with my friends, go party, and just really not really do anything with my life, it seemed like. But nowadays, like, I have a set time, and when I wake up, I go work out, I like write down the goals that I want to achieve throughout the day, and I just have such like a set schedule and really what I want to do every single day. And for me, that's like a lot about discipline and teaching yourself about like time management and like really focusing on the goals that you want to achieve like after you do graduate college. Because I know in college for me, I'm doing 2 majors, and that can get really hectic a lot of the times because I have full schedule of classes up until I graduate. So doing that and then doing like the podcasting stuff and all the other entrepreneurship stuff that I do want to do is just a lot. So really disciplining yourself and like making the time to do so is something that a lot of college students, some of them, they might not know how to do it, but then the people who are like reading those books and just teaching themselves how to do it is like the ones who actually succeed when they do graduate after college.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I messed up. I mean, I didn't really get into this in my senior year. I graduate. Actually, by the time this airs, I'll be graduated. I'll be done. And
that's crazy.
That's crazy to think about, actually, now that I'm thinking about this. But it's, guys, I really messed up. I should have started this, all the way back freshman year. But now that I'm graduated, it's different. I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands to, worry about my business and things like that. But I just think about that if I started this freshman year, I wouldn't have to, worry about really a lot of business stuff come after graduation. It would all be set. I'd be working on growing my business rather than starting my business. I'd be working on putting people in the right places to help us grow as a community, as a unit, things like that. And then I'd be working on different projects. Like, I just think about how I should have started this freshman year, but the ways I noticed changes in myself is like Sabah said, time management, the way I just what I do, spending my time. Like, I read, I've watched video courses, I edit our podcast, I do so many different things now that a lot of my friends don't do, and things that I really encourage them to do. And it's something that we all need to realize, guys. You need to start spending your time either on something you love, go grow that, whether it's a hobby or something like that. If you really like business, start dabbling in online business. If you can't, obviously online business is where everything's going, but it's a low startup cost. If you want to learn some business and doing fulfillment and we're dealing with purchase orders and things like that, start doing online business. Just get going in some sort of business if that's really what you care about. But I mean, you guys, if anything, start using time management better, start utilizing your time in a better way, because I know most of us don't.
I know, like, yeah, going off of that, like, time management stuff, and I know in my book, like, it's literally all about college and how to live the lifestyle you want in college. I know I talk a lot about how to balance, like, the main 3 things in your life, which is, like, your social life, like your work and like your class, school life, and then it's also like sleep. So I know those 3 things are like the things that a lot of people want to ace at, but a lot of people, they can only do like 2 out of those 3. But myself, like I taught myself how to achieve all 3 of those like in a really great, adequate way, just because I taught myself how to use time management and how to like discipline myself in order to, when I need to do my work, when I need to do my schoolwork, when I need to do like these podcasts, and then when I do set out time to hang out with like my friends and my family. Because I mean, college, you're supposed to have fun, you're supposed to like make those memories, but it's also about like teaching yourself about the discipline and the time management that you need to do in order, when you do graduate, it's not about, oh, I didn't want to go work a job for like 5 years, hating what I do, then realizing, oh, I should have started when I was in college. And I know, Dan, like you're talking about like, yeah, I wish like I would have started earlier, but it's like great that you actually did even start in college. I know a lot of people, like they do graduate, they get that job, and then they regret about not doing it in college. So I know like a lot of college entrepreneurs, like they just sit there and they're like, oh, I want to start this, I want to do this, but they don't really have that push to do so. So Dan, what was like the main thing that really pushed you to start doing everything in college?
I guess the main thing would just be I started listening to podcasts, listening to John Lee Dumas and them. I want to say sophomore year is when I really started to, learn about business, learn about entrepreneurship, learn that it's really a viable thing to do while in college. And then from there, I kind of, put it off. And then junior year, I started a drop shipping store, an online business drop shipping where, people order watches on my website and then I have a person fulfill the order and send them out. So I guess I started with entrepreneurship really my junior year, doing my watch store, Watch Plaza, which I don't do anymore just because I figured out like drop shipping is just kind of iffy. I didn't really like it that much, but I'm probably going to get back into it soon here just because I could see the use behind drop shipping. So that's when I first started with entrepreneurship, would have been last year sometime. And then from there, I started working with Brandon T. Adams, met you, and that's when I really kind of dove headfirst in, and now it's just kind of taken over my life, not in a good way, because it really allows me to do what I want to do. It allows me to work on my business. Allows me to work anywhere because I'm a digital guy. I can work from anywhere. I can work, from my girlfriend's house. I can work from, in our living room while if all of us are just hanging out as roommates. It's really nice because I could just work on my laptop. I'm not a person that has to sit upstairs, be quiet, and like go to town on things. I do that with certain things, but really I like to be around people. I'm a social creature. I'm a social being, guys. We all are as humans. So I actually like it better when I'm sitting around my friends and they're talking just to hear some background noise and I'm working. Like it doesn't affect me because I'll put in one headphone, I'll listen to them, and then I'll just crank out my work. And that's something that I really love about doing this is like I could utilize wherever I want to work, when I want to work. I could, and just hang out with my friends too. Like that's something big. Like Sabah said, like you're not supposed to just worry about business all the time. You got to have fun also. And that's something a lot of people don't realize is you still got to make time for your friends. But Sabah, entrepreneurship, what is it giving you back so far? What have you been able to just dive into, and what have you really created out of entrepreneurship so far?
So I think the main thing that I really got out of like doing entrepreneurship, starting this podcast, is really gaining more confidence in myself and knowing that I can really do so much more when being in college. Because I mean, I never knew that I would be starting a podcast, writing a book, like doing everything that I'm doing right now, like looking back like 5 years back when I was in high school. So entrepreneurship is just something so different that really helps you gain that confidence and knowing what you really want to do in life. And like entrepreneurship, it isn't for everybody because a lot of people, like entrepreneurship is so popular nowadays, like everybody wants to be it, but if you don't have like the discipline to do so, it really won't work out. And like this quote that I really like is, entrepreneurship is someone who has a vision for something and a want to create something. So I know the crazy people are the ones who really change the world. I know that's another quote that I really like. So entrepreneurship, like you can do so much with it. It's like the creativity that people have, but it's also a lot about implementing it and doing the actions in order to create those successes. So people can like say, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, but if they don't actually do the actions to do so, they're really not like an actual entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's something a lot of people do. Like they just give up, and you can't give up. I mean, shoot, it's rough sometimes. There's some early days, there's some late nights in it, but it's all worth it. And that's something you got to realize. Like, I'm not one that used to wake up early. Now I wake up, I consider it early for me, 7:30, 8 o'clock, but I'm not going to bed till 2, 3 in the morning because I'm busy doing things. And it's not because it's like I have to get it done. It's because I want to get it done. It's something that you want to do. It's if you just put your toes into the water, you're never going to get anything out of it. You're never going to accomplish it. And it's just going to be something that you tried, but unless you actually dive head in, you're never going to be fulfilling it. You're never really going to accomplish it the best.
Yeah, guys, you definitely gotta like dive right on in if you do want to do something with entrepreneurship, especially while you are in college, because college is really like the best time to do it. I know myself, I got so many resources, like even on college campus that you can use for your businesses to build up your personal brand, as well as meeting other people. For myself, if I met Brandon when I was in college, and if I didn't do that, I wouldn't really be where I'm at right now.
Yeah, guys, like we were saying, just close it down here. If you're a freshman, start now. If you're a senior about to graduate, start now. Just start doing, guys. You got to think about that. You just got to start it, because the hardest part is to start. Once after you get over the start and over that hurdle, everything else just kind of rolls, guys. It's the momentum. It's a rock rolling down a hill. It's not going to stop. It just keeps on going. So, guys, if you want to learn more about Sabah and myself, you can find us at dr2cr.com. If you want to find us more directly, you can find Sabah at sabahali.com, and you can find myself at danielseaman.com. But Sabah, close us down.
So if you guys are looking into doing entrepreneurship, definitely just start now. See if you actually do want to do it as a career, and definitely don't give up if you do have some struggles along the way, because that is like part of the way that you do gain those successes. But that's all we have today, and thank you so much for listening on Dorm Rooms to Conference Rooms.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Dorm Rooms and Conference Rooms. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you haven't joined our accelerator program yet, you can find that at livetogrind.com/college, where we connect you with today's latest influencers and experts in their fields.